Hi, Dr. Gary Rademacher from Downtown's Healthcare here, and this is a warning. The United States is grappling with one of its worst ever drug crises. More than 900 people a week die from opioid-related overdoses, and some experts say the death toll may not peak for years. Meanwhile, millions of more Americans suffer from opioid addiction. I'm reviewing an article today from Philly.com. It's on benzodiazepine addictions. This article digs into a deeper problem that I've lectured on before, and the opioid crisis was caused by the increased prescribing habits since the early 1990s. The prescribing habits for antidepressant and anxiety medication followed the exact same trajectory and were handed out like candy to anyone that was mildly stressed out, or clinically depressed. The amount of overdoses that have a combination of benzodiazepines and opioids account for over 1/3 of all deaths. The combination is lethal, but never talked about. Even as health officials around the country struggle to get a handle on an opioid overdose crisis that caused a record-breaking number of deaths last year, doctors and researchers are sounding the alarm on another class of drugs that they saw are prescribed far too often and which themselves are behind an increased number of overdoses. Prescriptions for benzodiazepines, which include the common anti-anxiety drugs, Xanax, Ativan, Klonopin, have skyrocketed over the last 15 years. Following the same kind of trend lines that opioid prescriptions did before doctors and insurance companies began to seriously curb pain pill prescriptions. Doctors have long warned about the potential addiction properties of the benzos, but an explosion of the benzodiazepine prescriptions in the middle of an opioid crisis is particularly concerning. Benzodiazepine withdrawal, lapidanine said, can be particularly dangerous, similar to withdrawals from heavy alcohol use. Mild withdrawal symptoms include restlessness, anxiety, muscle shaking, jerks. Severe withdrawal can induce seizures, which can be fatal. Pescator said, "It's not a surprise that benzos have become so popular and so prevalent. These are anxious times, and patients who turn to benzodiazepines or opioids are often trying to escape larger underlying problems, chronic pain being number one, trauma, economic distress, and persistent health problems." But he said that doctors can't repeat the mistakes of the opioid crisis. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a pain medication problem, and we can actually put a significant dent into this if we just start treating the musculoskeletal problems with integrated offices such as Downtown's Healthcare. Our objective is to throw at you a team of providers, chiropractors, medical doctors, whose goal is to reduce medication usage and to avoid unnecessary surgery. Good news is that you have seen this in the news for quite some time, and you are becoming more aware of the downsides to medicating and covering up the symptoms of pain. Pain is an indicator that something is wrong. You now have the knowledge to see a provider that works on physical problems with the physical solutions, such as our office. The bad news, you can ignore this information. You could also suffer the same fate as thousands of Americans are. Please do not become a statistic. Give us a call if you have any questions. Please pass this along. I hope this was of value for you today. If you have any questions, please call 303-292-9992 and or go to our website at downtownshealthcare.com. That's downtowns with an S, healthcare.com. Have a great day.